Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What's happening? It's time for the Daily Truth, the truth in 5 minutes or less. I'm Anthony Russo. Please like this video, share this video, do all the things with this video. Go ahead and start to make comments. Let me know where you're watching from on today's video. It is the 80th anniversary of D-Day, June 6th, 1944, storming the beaches of Normandy. 135,000 young men changed the course of history. I originally, today's Daily Truth actually had a different point, and then I saw my friend Jay talk about D-Day, and I started to think, what could be the message behind D-Day, especially in a very, very different world with very, very different men and women than we had in 1944. Side note, if you get the chance to watch the Jetsons, I skimmed over it, saw it the other day on a retro TV channel. Hilarious. First off, they also put a lot more trust in children at the time because they were using words, big words that we don't even have in our high school system anymore. Anyways, I digress. But there was like a show from I looked. It was a 1962 Jetsons, and they used just hilarious vocabulary. Moving on. So as the 80th anniversary of D-Day, I started thinking, what could be the message for the Daily Truth? And please, again, like this video, share this video, and do all the things with this video. So on D-Day, history was made and history was changed when 135,000 Allied forces as a part of the beginning of Operation Overlord, to take over what was happening in Europe at the time to try to change the course of the war, which they did. And eventually reaching success. It came with the risk of many soldiers' lives from the Allied forces, of course, American young men as well. And we're down 80 years past this now, and there is so few World War II veterans that are still alive, because time moves much faster than I think we all realize when we're 20, 30, 40, 50, even 60 years old. And it comes up on us like this. And these young men, 18, some I think under 18 at the time, 20, 21, sorry, I got something in my eye, made the ultimate sacrifice. They were willing to die for their country, and our country was willing to take the risk of human lives in order to achieve ultimate victory and free the cities from Nazi Germany. So the thing I want you to think of today, it's like I have battery acid in my eye right now. All right. The thing I would like you to think of today with the Daily Truth is, what are you willing to sacrifice in your own life? What are you willing to give up? And this isn't to be compared to what happened to those soldiers when they reached the beach that day. I believe I read somewhere it was 17,000 ships, when they reached the beach that day, and what our country was sacrificing, what these young men were sacrificing. What are you willing to sacrifice in your own life to create change? There is pain that comes from change. There is also greater pain that comes from a long life of never making the moves you want to make and never being the person you want to be. So you have to start thinking what it means to you to get past the mountain, what you have to sacrifice, what you have to go through, what you're willing to go through in order to get there. And are you willing to not change and not go through that temporary pain to achieve that goal that you want? So the truth is, on this D-Day, thinking back to the sacrifices of the soldiers of then, and then, of course, even the soldiers of now, and what went on that beach, and the sacrifices that those young men made, and the sacrifice that our country was willing to make to achieve ultimate victory, to free people from what they were going through and what was being done in Nazi Germany, to free what was happening in World War II, all the ugliness and evil. What are you willing to sacrifice in your own life? Think through that. Take a second today in order to achieve what you want to achieve and make the changes you want to make. You're going to go through some pain, and you don't have to go through the pain that those soldiers went through, the risk of dying, seeing their fellow soldiers' heads blown off as they're storming the beach. You don't have to go through that because of men like that. If you're in America, it's because of those wars, those young, brave men that did that. That's why we're able to just talk about the risk and reward of making small incremental changes in our life. So in the grand scheme of things aren't really that bad. Things aren't really that difficult. You just have to change your mindset. So I challenge you today, and feel free to put it in the comments. What are you willing to risk? What are you willing to sacrifice? In the grand scheme of things, it's that small. I know you can do it. Make the changes that you want to make in order to live the life that you want to live. God bless, guys. That's the truth in 5 minutes or less. I'm Anthony Russo. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Do not surrender your pets. Do not be a garbage human being. God bless. I love you guys. And again, respect to the soldiers on this D-Day 80 years ago.